What? What was that? How did that happen? Cole Palmer show. I understand we all enjoyed the Palmer show, but Chelsea scored 6 goals and Chelsea did not concede. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Patala FC. We are within. Cole Palmer is the real deal. We shall no longer doubt, we shall no longer debate who our go-to man is, who the player we need to build around is. That player is called Palmer. 4 goals, not a hat-trick, 4 goals. Uncomfortable disagreement around the penalty that gave Palmer his 4th goal because Noni Madueke felt he had the right to take it. And then Jackson all of a sudden felt he had the right to take it after getting into double figures for the season. So I don't know if Jackson's ego was just a bit elevated and escalated unnecessarily, but it looked very unprofessional from a young team. And Conor Gallagher steps in, tries to rectify, eventually rectifies the situation. But that's the only moment in the game that put me off, threw me off, because we didn't concede. Petrovic was not a busy man for the first time in his Chelsea career. Thiago Silva doing Thiago Silva things. Let's jump into the boxes. It would be blasphemy to not give Cole Palmer his deserved first box. Cole Palmer quadruple. What do you call 4 goals? A quadruple or 4 goals? Double brace. Cole Palmer, as well as an assist for Jackson's goal, I believe. Oh, the assist was Palmer to Cucurella. Cross for a beautiful Jackson swivel. But first box, yes, Cole Palmer. I think Mauricio Pochettino got it right. I think playing Cole Palmer as a cam, which we predicted and hoped for, worked out perfectly, with Conor Gallagher helping Caicedo in the perfect way. We'll get to that point because it's a very important point for me, honestly. Second box, leader at the back, balance, Thiago Silva. The Stamford Bridge family crowd singing, "Oh, Thiago Silva," for the first time in a while. Felt great. It felt good just experiencing it, even through the screen. But yeah, Thiago Silva gives us that necessary discipline and balance in the back. And Trevor Chalobah's experience in the league and for Chelsea in general, shining bright. Trevor Chalobah coming back from injury is quite timely because Benoit Badiashile has been shaky. And if we didn't have another option, we would have been forced to play Badiashile. But Trevor Chalobah being fit, definitely the starter alongside Thiago Silva, with everyone else being injured, that is. Third box, Nicholas Jackson. Even though he started that argument, or he sort of escalated and made it worse, he amplified the situation. Jackson didn't need to get involved with the whole penalty saga. Could have had a brace, but he got a beautiful goal today, and he was involved in the game throughout. Assisted Palmer for his first goal, involved in Palmer's second goal. He shoots, ricocheted from Pickford's save, and Palmer just knocks it in with the header. Palmer got a perfect hat-trick, by the way. I know I'll sound like a broken record because everyone's saying it, but a perfect hat-trick is a rarity in football. And to get one of our boys in our team bagging a perfect hat-trick, beautiful. Final box, a man who's been getting both sides of the triple beam, the negatives being high, the positives being high, the pros being high, the cons being high. Ecuadorian Moises, let's go properly. Moises Caicedo. Caicedo, he doesn't deserve the negative thoughts that he's received. It's difficult for a CDM in a system like ours. What is our system? We're trying to answer the question of what kind of football we are trying to achieve. Definitely a 4-2-3-1 system, but our football itself, in terms of play, we're trying so many things that Poch himself, I don't think, has done before. Mikhailo Mudryk drifting into midfield second half. Interesting way to change the dynamic. Cole Palmer finishing the game at right wing when Madueke comes off. elements of the game like that. But stick to Moises Caicedo. He had a brilliant game. Brilliant game. And what does Moises Caicedo need to do to have a brilliant game? Positional play at this point, when the ball's around him, winning it back necessarily, not every time, but at least 80% of the time. But what does that require from Moises Caicedo? It requires a midfield partner who understands what Moises Caicedo needs to do for Chelsea. And today, Captain Conor Gallagher stood out for me. He did that for Moises Caicedo to shine bright. Too often at times, Moises Caicedo will be isolated, alone, and the closest man to him will be at least 150 centimeters away. And that would be Enzo Fernandez, who would have drifted into a more attacking, at least beyond the middle of the pitch. So Moises Caicedo just needs a midfielder that understands him. And I've begged for Gallagher to be a deep-lying midfielder because his energy becomes more useful when he's winning the ball back in those positions. But yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I don't know if Poch watches these videos. If he does, if you do, sir, please thank you for today's lineup because it was perfect. A perfect lineup, and it allows Cole Palmer to shine bright. Gallagher didn't really lunge into tackles. He didn't run forward unnecessarily and just exert energy wildly. Mature from Gallagher today in every respect of the game. He doesn't get a box, but I think for me, that was our man of the match. But let's keep it moving, yo. Great result, 6-0, perfect result going into Manchester City in the FA Cup. Can we get a result? Can we cause an upset? I think we should. I think we can.